And cue.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Crystal program.
I am the one and only Chris Todd.
You can either talk in the Crystal program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of black right back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groove along here, just walking in style with a portable MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Crystal program. You can hear the music on the Crystal program.
Only Chris Todd.
Play the music on the Crystal program. You can hear the talk in the Crystal program.
Sunny Clarksville, Tennessee.
You can hear the talk in the Crystal program.
This is the Chris Top Program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from Clarksville Customs House Museum, downtown Clarksville, Tennessee, Riverfest 2015.
Sup? You throw me off
I
every
said-
time.
And I felt conceited when I said it that time. The one and only Chris Top.
I'm the one and only Chris Top.
But you are the one and only Chris Top.
I am.
So
See,
it's
that's not
true.
conceited,
I'm
right.
Chris Top.
Right.
And then you give like a Brad
They
Pitt
always
look.
make fun of me, like, the Brad Pitt pose.
The
Yeah.
Brad Pitt pose.
The Brad Pitt pose. Now, you recently admitted that he is
He's an alright
good-looking.
look. He is a
'Cause
good looking.
I've always had a man crush on Brad Pitt. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Because
Yeah.
a man crush is different than, like, really
a
being attracted to somebody.
bromance.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, but I've always thought that he wasn't that of attractive of a man. I was
How
like,
could you think that?
I don't know.
It's Brad Pitt.
I think he kind of is now. Like, the more I
Yeah.
start to think about him and the more I start to watch him on the screen, I'm like, he's an alright looking dude.
Now, did I talk you into it?
I don't know. I think me watching him more, because I really hadn't been that exposed to Brad Pitt. Me
Yeah.
watching him more,
Right.
I like his characters. Like, it was mostly the characters he was playing, and I liked the heart of the characters he was playing, and that kind
Sure.
of made him attractive.
Well, he's a great
So,
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's easy on the eyes, I would think, for
He's
for most
easy
of
on the
ladies.
eyes, yeah.
See, I just want to hang out with him. That's me like, yeah, I'm with Brad Pitt. Yeah, we're hanging. We're chilling today.
Chilling with Brad Pitt. Chilling with Mr. Pitt.
Now, today we're chilling with Lydia Walker,
Yeah,
which is
hello.
Woo-woo.
really cool, too. I mean, at this point in time, I would pick you over Brad Pitt.
Wow, thank you so much.
Right.
That means
And
a lot.
It's big. It's big coming from me.
What if Brad Pitt heard you?
He'd be disappointed.
If you're listening, Brad, I'm just...
Sorry.
Okay.
No, but it's great to be here and really glad to be on the show with
What's
you guys.
good to have... You look so pretty
Yeah.
today.
Thank you so much. I'm all dressed up for the
Yeah.
show tonight. My band's playing at Riverfest, so we're
That's-
just making a day of it.
That's exciting. So when you leave here, do you have other stuff lined up, or is it just you leave here, then you get ready for that?
Oh, yeah. I make to-do lists all the time. Like, I always have so much to do, and I love being busy. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm always up to something.
Or do you always smile?
I do.
You were smiling
I
as soon
can't
as you came
stop
in the door.
smiling. That's
Yeah?
that's the thing. I did a photo shoot one time, and they dared me not to smile, just to have pictures of that. I just smile all the time. I'm
Did
a
it make your
happy,
face
positive
hurt when you were
person.
trying not to smile?
It
Was your
almost
face
does.
hurting?
Yeah, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
I heard that
Did you know
before. Yeah, yeah.
So, random
like,
tip of the day.
If I catch myself frowning, I'll be like smiling. It's just so that I don't have wrinkles, really.
So you probably don't have a very strong face then, if you smile all the time.
I don't know. I guess my
I
face
guess
is just
so,
happy.
Yeah. So you should try to maybe frown more often when you're working out.
Yeah, that would be a workout, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? I don't know. But you look really pretty. Get your pearls on.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to go on the red carpet today.
I know. I heard we were taking
You're gonna
pictures.
be looking
so-
fine.
Yeah, there's a difference between... There's a difference between like doing radio where nobody can see you and
Right.
then radio when people can see you on video
Exactly.
and pictures and stuff. So you
Right.
know, I dressed up for you guys.
Now you tied the knot a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I just got married
Oh,
back
you
in
did?
June. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sunday will be 3 months actually.
3 months of bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Love being married. It's awesome.
Yeah. Now, does he support your music career 100%?
Yes, he
Yeah.
does, and he jokes with me. He's not a musician, but he's like, if you ever need me to fill in for you, like I'll go up on stage.
That's
He's
what
like,
Chris does,
yeah,
too.
but he's like, nobody can really afford me though.
Oh,
So like he charges way
I
more than
see.
I do.
I see. So it's probably
But
not
he's
going to
really
happen.
supportive of my music,
Yeah.
and will come and help me out, and I'll
Yeah.
make use of his muscles and let him carry my stuff
Sure.
for me. And
So
be
he's
my
like
roadie.
your built-in roadie.
Yeah. like
How
a permanent
sweet is
roadie.
that?
It's pretty awesome. And my family helps out too, so really thankful for that support too.
Yeah. Now, and you said that you at one time did a radio show as well.
Yes, I had the Lydia Walker radio show that was
Cool.
on the Solid
Yeah.
Gospel station for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And just ended that back at the end of March, getting ready for the wedding and all of that. And then also I have a new CD that just released yesterday, and I've been working on that the past couple months.
Yeah.
So, I decided I couldn't do everything and had to just kind of pick some priorities. So I do enjoy radio, though,
Yeah.
and it's cool to be on the other side.
Sure. Were you a little nervous coming in here today, or because I mean you're kind of an old pro at it, so.
Well, I feel like I get nervous at weird times when I
Right.
shouldn't be nervous.
Like
Right.
when I asked you if
Sometimes
you
when
were
I
nervous,
should be.
it probably made you nervous. Maybe.
Yeah, sometimes when I should be nervous, I'm not, and then when I, think,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fine, then I like start shaking and my throat gets dry. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to sing for 10 people, and then sometimes I'm like fine with the big crowd. So it's
isn't
kinda
it weird though? Because like a little crowd is like it's weird because it's more personal, intimate kind of setting. It's like less people. It's kind of weird and awkward. But then once there's a big group of people, you can't really pick anyone
Yeah,
out.
and I think
you
one
just kind of
thing-
zone out and do it.
If it's new songs, that makes me nervous. So if I'm like, oh, I really hope people like it, then that makes me nervous. But if it's songs that I'm like, oh, I didn't write these, or I've played these a million times, then I'm not as nervous.
Have you ever
Maybe
got up
that's
to
it.
play a new song, maybe forgot the lyrics or anything while you were
Oh
singing?
yeah, last year
Yeah.
at Riverfest.
Oh.
I got up and sang "Oceans" by Hillsong, which is one of my favorite worship songs. And I got up there and forgot the first line. I was like, and people were just thinking, yeah, she's really into it. And then I just
Just
kinda
sing
jumped
the
in next
second
line.
verse twice.
Well, hopefully
Yeah, I
history
just
won't
kind of
repeat
jumped in
itself.
after the first line. So this year I'm coming back,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to redeem myself.
Okay.
And hopefully remember all the words.
I've seen like worship leaders like sing the second verse twice.
Oh, I've got a story for that too. I grew up singing in choirs and like musicals at church, and so one time I had a verse solo, and then this other girl had a verse solo. I got up first and sang her verse, and then she got up, gave me a dirty look, and then sang that verse again. She's like, "What are you doing?"
That's my verse. Get off it.
That's my verse. It's like, oops.
All right, so tell me about Communion.
Yeah, Communion is the name of the new CD, just released on iTunes yesterday, and this is a resource for a personal worship time. I'm a worship leader in the area and play at different churches and just love praise and worship music, so this was a fun project for me because I got to incorporate different singers from the area and friends of mine
Oh, that's cool.
to join me. So it's not just me. I've got like a choir on one song, we've got a concert of scripture with different people speaking, and then we've got a prayer by Pastor Jimmy Terry. And also a little surprise at the end. There's this little 4-year-old
surprise.
boy who sings "This Little Light of Mine," and it melts my heart. And so that's how we end the album. But there's 13 tracks on there. I'll play a few of those songs today, and just really excited to have that out for everyone to hear.
That's really exciting. So I'm guessing you probably go around to a lot of churches and perform and
I
sing.
do. I sing
Yeah.
at like coffee shops, restaurants, churches, events. I've sung at several weddings this summer, and so it's really fun. I love to sing wherever I can and just share my music. I feel like it's so encouraging to see people getting it and relating
Sure.
to it.
Did you sing at your own wedding?
No, I didn't. I was
No?
too nervous. No, people ask me that all the time. They're like, "Are you going to sing?" And I was like, "No, I can't do it."
Nope,
actually did.
I'm good.
I did cry through a lot of the ceremony,
Uh-huh.
so I'm glad I didn't sing.
Yeah, was your
but,
makeup just like all over your face? And,
No, it was fine. Actually,
Yeah.
it was a really sweet moment. My husband David wiped the tears from my face as we were saying our vows, and that made
Aw.
everyone else cry. And it was
Well, you
just a
tear up
beautiful,
now. Yeah.
beautiful day. But I was really picky about the music, so I did pick the whole playlist and the reception
Yeah.
playlist, and had someone run it for me.
Right.
So.
Were you really
So
mean during the
the-
planning process? Were you really mean to everybody during the whole planning process? or-
No, it was
No?
actually really fun. Some of it was stressful,
Yeah.
but it was in ways that I really didn't expect. Just like it brings out emotions in a lot of people, and everyone has their strong opinions on what a wedding should be like. So just being able to stand up for myself and say, no, we're going to simplify and we're going to do it this way, and we don't have to have all of the crazy
So
tradition
you didn't have
stuff.
doves come in and like a skyrider
No, like
and
I don't know if I should even
scuba
say
divers.
this, but I have a hilarious friend, and she was helping me brainstorm for the wedding, and it was a peacock theme, so we had purple, blue, and
Oh my
green.
goodness,
I
I love
peacocks,
peacocks.
right?
Ah,
and
high
she
five.
said, and she's like, let's take it up a step from peacock feathers
get
in the
real
decorations.
peacocks.
Let's have real peacocks. And I'm like, that's
Nice.
going to be messy. She's like, they can wear diapers. And I was like, that's an awful idea. So we didn't do that. We didn't have live peacocks.
Wow.
But
Do
just
they make diapers for peacocks?
Probably.
Peacock diapers?
Probably. Like
A peacock.
foul diapers.
Foul diapers. Foul diapers. Foul diapers. I like it. I like it a lot.
I don't know, but like I was getting so many great ideas like that during the wedding process. And
Sure,
I was like,
and you didn't go with that one. What were you thinking?
I know, we simplified and it was perfect.
You're my best friend now. Because you like peacocks.
Yeah, and I play ukulele. So there's
Yeah,
like
right?
two things that we both really love.
Foul Diapers sounds like the name of a band.
It should be now. like a band that just really stinks. Foul diapers.
We are the
Really
foul
two words.
diapers ready to play for you.
Now, okay, so if I want to go, which I feel very privileged because I have an autographed copy
You do.
of Communion in my hands, and I'm going to hang on to this a little bit today.
Yeah.
Yeah, until I
You
start to
should.
sweat
Like
on
it's
it,
hot
you know?
off the press.
Yeah.
It's still warm.
Yeah, have you?
It's hot up in the press.
So I'm one of the first to have one of these, right?
You are.
Oh my god!
Other than the people that backed the CD, they got it before
Yeah.
it was officially
Sweet.
released,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're going to be selling it at all of my shows and on my website, LydiaWalkerMusic.com, and then, people can buy it online or in person.
So if they buy it online, they can get the upload, or they can get the physical copy.
Right. You can get the MP3s on iTunes, Amazon,
And
Napster,
will
anywhere
you-
like that. But if you want a copy of the actual CD, you can get it through my website.
Okay, and you'll autograph it for anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
will.
Okay. And where do they go? It's Lydia.
It's LydiaWalkerMusic.com.
Okay, LydiaWalkerMusic.com, and that's sort of where they go just to get anywhere. Like
Yeah, you can go
yeah.
everywhere from there. That's my hub. I have links to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. I have a lot of YouTube videos of like live performances and also some music videos. We released a music video back in February of a song that we filmed at Dunbar Cave, and it was absolutely
I think I saw
beautiful.
some pictures from that.
Probably,
somewhere.
yeah. It's called I Lift My Eyes, and we recorded it at Dunbar Cave. It was like the one day in January when we filmed, it was 60 degrees outside. It was like perfect weather. And then we had all that ice in February.
Yeah,
So I was like, wow, this
yeah.
was perfect timing. And actually had a Native American flute player and
Dude,
some
that's so
Hebraic
cool.
shofars and Hebraic dancing. So it was like a mixture of different cultures and styles all in one.
Now is that on
and we kept
video?
it local. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on YouTube. It's called
I need
Lift
to check
My
that out.
Eyes by Lydia Walker. Yeah.
Yeah, will you post that link on our Facebook page?
Sure,
yeah,
I can do that.
Yeah, and then I'll share it on the Chris Top program. And I want to see that. See, she's got my interest perked.
Yeah, because, I mean,
Yeah.
keeping it local is so important, and I feel like we captured an incredible moment because that was during the time where the lake there was completely drained out. And the guys that were filming were like, hey, do you want us to put some CGI in here and, like, make it look like a lake? And I was like, no, I want to keep it realistic. Like, this is how it looked when we filmed. And so we kind of captured that historic moment of the lake being down.
How cool is that?
So,
Yeah.
And I know this summer they've opened it up a few times for tours, and I just think it's great to use local spots like that and use local people as much as you can.
Yeah, yeah. It's great that you're involved with a community like that. And that's one of the cool things that I'm getting from all these interviews that we're doing. It's nice to see how involved everybody is in the community
Yeah.
and what they do. So it inspires me to want to get more involved with the community as well.
Cool.
Yeah. So now, what are you going to sing for us today? Because I would definitely want to hear you sing something.
Yeah, I've got a couple songs that I'd like to do for you, and I guess I can sing that song that I just mentioned, I Lift My Eyes, and sing that one for you, and you can kind of hear the acoustic version of it here
Yeah.
today.
How cool is this? Our own little private concert.
Yeah, a
It
little
is so
acoustic
super cool.
concert.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are special. I'll do this one for you.
We
It's
try.
called I Lift My Eyes.
All right.
I lift my eyes unto the hills. Oh, where does my help come from? I lift my eyes unto the hills. From where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord my God, who made heaven and all the earth. My help comes from the Lord my God, who made heaven and all the earth. Lie, 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 lie. The sun will rise, the moon will fall. My God has power over it all. The sun will rise, the moon will fall. My God has power over it all. He knows my thoughts, He knows my ways. Yahweh watches over me. He knows my thoughts, He knows my ways. Yahweh watches over me. Lie, 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 lie. Come on, praise His name. Come on, praise Yahweh. Come on, praise His name forevermore. Hey! Come on, praise His name. Come on, praise Yahweh. Come on, praise His name forevermore. Hey! Come on, praise His name. Come on, praise Yahweh. Come on, praise His name forevermore. Hey! Come on, praise His name. Come on, praise Yahweh. Come on, praise His name forevermore. Hey! Unto the hills, oh, where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord my God, who made heaven and all the earth. I'll praise His name forevermore.
How cool was that?
Oh my goodness! I don't want it to stop. Can you just keep playing that
just keep
song
playing.
for like ever?
Yeah, we've got a few more minutes, so just keep going. No, I mean your voice. What a unique voice, and it almost sounds haunting. Has anybody ever told you that before?
It is, because it's in a minor key, and what inspired this song was actually last October I went to a musicians conference, and there was this Native American flute player, and he played Amazing Grace on the flute, and I was like, wow, that's amazing to use like that sense of awe from their culture and point it back to the Creator, and so that inspired this song, as well as
that makes sense
Psalm
now,
121 that says, I lift my eyes to the hills, where does my help come from? And that's about pointing it back to the Creator as well.
That was beautiful.
I really loved bringing together multiple cultures and styles to show that we can come together and agree and be in unity.
And do you have the flute in that on the CD?
Yeah, it's on the CD and in the video.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
We actually had the flute player come down from Michigan and in one weekend recorded it and filmed the music video the next day. So that was a crazy weekend, but I'm just so glad that it all worked out.
And so there's
I'm going to be
music
listening
video
to that
it
song
too,
like all
then,
the time.
on
Right,
YouTube.
the music is on YouTube,
Okay.
the video, and it has several people from the community too. I know you had Kayla and Alexis on yesterday, and Alexis was in the video.
Oh, cool.
And a lot of other singers in the area, and so they came and
That's
we all
really
kind of
cool.
gathered in the mouth of the cave. And if you've
so
ever been
cool.
at Dunbar Cave, you know that it's kind of cool at the
Right.
opening. There's like always a breeze, and they used to have music out there a lot and have dancing, and so we were able to kind of use that for music again.
That is so neat. I was so impressed with that, and you sound great live.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I love singing and have grown up singing, but I feel like it's just something that's been my passion, so I'm willing to work on it and try to
Sure.
do my
Now,
best.
when did you just wake up one morning and think, man, I want to play the guitar and sing? Or how did it start?
Kind of. You see, my family's musical, and my mom was a piano teacher and a vocal major, and my sister was a vocal major, and then all of a sudden I come up and I'm learning piano at like level 1, and literally sitting at the piano crying, I want to play guitar, I don't want to play piano, I want to play guitar. And my reason at the time was like, it won't hurt my fingers as much, which is the stupidest reason, because guitar hurts your fingers way more. So I don't know why that was my reason, but I just really wanted to play guitar. So that was at like 12 when I got my first guitar, started writing songs, and haven't stopped since. So that's kind of, I like to say music is my sport, because I never played sports. I never really thought about it.
Sure.
Nobody ever asked me. But
You're one of those
like I
kids,
didn't
right?
realize it till I went to one of my best friend's house, and she had this huge trophy case full of trophies, and I was like, I don't even have participation trophies. Like, I
even
just
have the
never
green
did
one.
sports. But then I have made several CDs, and my mom was like, you know what, these CDs are your trophies. They're like milestones in your life, and they capture where you
That's
are
true.
in that point. And so she's like, it's just different. Music is your sport.
Yeah.
So
and thank goodness,
like that describes me
for
well.
social media and stuff now, because you can catalog all this stuff on YouTube, and you've got your CDs out there.
Yeah,
so
there's
it's,
probably videos of me online that shouldn't be there anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh,
when
I'm
I was
gonna
really
search for
young,
those tonight,
and like
then.
singing out of tune or something, or
I'm going to post
doing
those all
embarrassing
over
things.
the place.
Yeah, we're gonna spread that
But
link.
there are some
like wildfire.
There are some professional videos out there
Mm-hmm.
that I've done in the last few years that I'm really proud of, and
Yeah.
I've worked with some great people. So
Now, were you the whole time that you've been involved with music? Were you always led to go with more of the spiritual side of it, or did you ever like have a moment in your life where I just want to sing country music or pop? Or
yeah, I think it's always been a part of my music.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I wrote songs that weren't technically about God,
Mm-hmm.
they were coming from a Christian perspective. I was saved when I was 7 years old, and so church has always been a part of my life. My relationship with Christ has always been a part of my life. And for a long time, I was writing what I call story songs that tell a story with a message of hope. And so
That's really cool to me.
I feel like that's kind of where I got started, and that's what was coming out. That's what I was writing. And so with this new album, it's totally different than anything I've done before because it's more
well, you seem super
congregational.
excited about this.
Yeah.
Like every time you mention it, you just totally light up.
I know.
Yeah.
I have so many good experiences making this CD, and just so much that I learned through the process, because like I love making plans and to-do lists, like I mentioned earlier, but when my plans change or when my plans don't work out, I have to learn how to trust God and to know that things work out in the perfect timing that they're supposed to. And so I feel like that's what happened with this CD. I was planning to release it earlier in the year. I was planning to have some different songs on it. And with how it happened, I feel like it's the way it's supposed to be because of the delays
Sure.
and because of the changes. And so I know that God has bigger plans than I do, and so I'm just trusting in that.
And what a great message, because so many times, and this happens to us on a daily basis, we get so frustrated because things just don't go as we planned, but it's just because we can't see the big picture.
Yeah, and you can't control other people. You can't control other variables. All you can control is your response to that and your own actions. And I read a great book the past couple months. I haven't read a whole lot lately, so I was like, I need to read this book. It's called The Best Yes by Lisa Turkhurst, and it's about making wise decisions and just changing your thought process, which then changes your actions and then changes your circumstances and your situation.
You could be a motivational coach on the side, right?
I feel like my spiritual gift is like
Yeah.
encouragement to
Yeah.
be positive and to encourage people, because there are so many
Come over to our house like once a week. And
Yeah,
there
I
are
was
so
about to
many
say.
difficult things in the world, and there's so
Yeah.
many negative things. I feel like we just need to focus on what is good and what we have to be thankful for.
Yeah, what a great message. Now, you, if you could choose like your dream stage or your dream venue, like the place that you want to play, and this is maybe at the point in your life when you've reached that pinnacle of success, where would that be?
That's a great question, because I have struggled with just like the meaning of success and what that
I'm going to
looks
ask
like.
you that too.
Yeah, and so I would think, just to answer your question quickly, I would love to play somewhere like the Ryman that has a lot of history and that has amazing acoustics and stuff, and just to have a crowd who's completely there just to listen and enjoy the music. So I love that atmosphere. So somewhere like that would be wonderful.
Okay, and now since you already brought it up, what would be your definition of success?
Yeah, I've thought about that before. I've stressed out about it. I'm like, I need to be selling this many CDs and playing this many shows, and I need to be, working as hard as I can. And then I was thinking, well, what's the point of it all, though? What's the goal, and why am I doing all this? When I get to this point, is that going to make me happy? To get to that amount of success as the world and the culture says is success. But then I look at all of these superstars that are filthy rich. They don't lack anything, but still they're completely unhappy. They're out on drugs. They don't know who they are or what to do with their life, and they can't handle it. And I really think that we weren't meant to handle fame and that much fame on one person. So I feel like success in my life is playing music that I enjoy, that I believe in, and then sharing it with other people. And so when I see that response, I'm like, that's success to me. So I feel really content with where I am right now. Even if it didn't go any further, I feel like I've learned so much and have been able to share the music with the people that need to hear it. So I would love for the music to go further, and I just realized that music is not my God, and that, whatever happens, that I'm going to be okay. And so I feel like that measure of success is something that you need to be content with where you are,
Sure.
and with who you are. and then it's not as much about what you do. I actually wrote a song about that. It's called
Yeah.
Successfully You, and I play that
cool.
on ukulele.
Yeah. Is that on the CD?
It's not on this one,
Okay.
but it is on iTunes. There's a ukulele version with like ocean waves in the background. It's super
Yeah.
peaceful.
Dude.
So you guys can check
Were
that
you
out
really
on
at the ocean
iTunes.
when you did that?
No,
Like,
but I
just
have
pictured
played
you
it at
doing
the
that.
ocean.
I pictured you doing that and
Yeah.
recording it there because the
It sounds
acoustics
just like it.
on the water.
Well, it's really
Something.
windy. It's super hard to
So,
record
it doesn't
that,
work at the
actually,
ocean.
But it sounds much better than the ocean.
Yeah.
So, but it does sound like the ocean.
Well, regardless of how far you make it, I think you're a superstar in my book for sure.
Well, thank you, Chris.
It's your attitude and your personality, and that's the first thing we really look for. Like when we try to get people on the show, we look for positivity and that type of thing. And then
If you have a bad
the
attitude,
talent,
you ain't getting on.
You ain't getting on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And then secondary
Attitude
is
is
always
everything.
talent for us. But you got it all. So you know,
Thank you. Attitude
yeah.
and talent.
Yeah,
Check it out.
You got everything. So, okay, so we're gonna sing another song. Well, I'm not.
Perfect.
We are. Let us sing a
Wait,
song.
You want to do a
You
little
don't
trio?
want me to do it.
1, 2, 3.
Now, before we sing the song, though, I've got a couple of questions I'm going to ask you. And
Sure.
our listeners always look for us to ask these questions.
Okay.
All right. So, if you could have any superhero power, what would that power be?
Oh, yeah. I have an alter ego as Elastigirl from The Incredibles.
Yeah.
My
There you go.
superpower would be flexibility.
Flexibility.
I just watched
I mean,
the movie the
I
other
would
day
love to
again.
have
I was
that
like,
in my
I
life.
still love this movie.
They're making a
I had
sequel.
the costume for like 3 years.
Yeah?
And wore it to a youth camp I was leading at.
Yeah.
And like
Sweet.
jumped in the swimming pool, like
You
off
should've
the
worn that
diving
today.
board with the Elastigirl. I don't have it anymore, but I did have it for a while. So that's how into Elastigirl I
Yeah,
am.
sure.
That would totally be my superhero.
They're making a sequel to that, aren't they? Weren't you talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
I think
they are.
so.
that? Yeah. So
I just can't wait for the sequel for Frozen. So
you should wear the Elastic Girl like costume to the sequel. Oh, you don't have it.
No, I'd have to
away.
get another one, but that's
Oh,
okay.
Maybe. Now, if you had an opportunity to sit down with anybody for 5 minutes, and this could be anybody living or dead throughout history, doesn't matter, cup of coffee with this person, who would it be?
I would have to say my favorite songwriter, John Foreman of
Mm-hmm.
Switchfoot. I love his
love
independent
Switchfoot.
stuff and his acoustic stuff, as well as the band. And I've followed them pretty much throughout all of my music.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to just talk to him.
Would you
know,
just hang
I've
and,
seen him
like-
in person. I've seen him live, but didn't get to meet him. So that's still kind of on my bucket list.
Would you just like hang with him and be cool? Like, look who I'm with.
No, I'd
Or
be
would
super
you ask-
nervous.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't know what to say.
what's your favorite song of Switchfoot?
I have so many. I really like John Foreman's acoustic seasons EPs. He did 4 EPs: spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Oh, that's
And they're
cool.
all like, guitar and vocal and just really mellow. So I think those are my favorite.
I didn't know about those EPs.
Yeah, you got to check it out. There's a lot of them on YouTube too. You can kind of listen to some of his acoustic stuff, and then I love rocking out to Switchfoot, like the full band too.
Yeah.
I love the Beautiful Let Down album, and so pretty much anything on that. It's,
That is
that's
a
what
good
I
album.
grew up listening to, so I feel like that's kind of built my thought process on songwriting.
Yeah. Now, what are you going to sing for us next?
All right, this song is called Go Where You Send Me, and this was based on the Great Commission in Matthew 28 that says, go out in the world and share what's happened in your life.
And did you write this yourself?
I did. I wrote this one with my friend Gene Schmidt, and he's the founder of the CSMI network that I'm part of, the musicians group that I went to the conference last year and was inspired for I Lift My Eyes. Well, after that, we wrote this song together as well, and so he helped me finish it. His name is Gene Schmidt, and this song is called Go Where You Send Me.
Okay.
My greatest calling is to be called by your name, the name that is worthy of all of my praise. So I will go where you send me, go where you lead, and I will stay if you say so. And when you speak, I will listen. Teach me your wisdom, Lord, have your way in me. You've given us purpose to glorify your name. Beyond the surface, You deserve the highest praise. So I will go where you send me, go where you lead, and I will stay if you say so. And when you speak, I will listen. Teach me your wisdom, Lord, have your way in me. The fields are ripe for the harvest. We were made for such a time as this, and we will go carry your message. Tell the world that he lives. Whoa. Yes, we will go carry your message and tell the world that he lives. So I will go where you send me, go where you lead, and I will stay if you say so. And when you speak, I will listen. Teach me your wisdom, Lord, have your way in me. Lord, have your way. Lord, have your way. Oh Lord, have your way in me.
Great job.
That was great.
You know, I don't see how anybody can not hear that and not just become an instant fan.
Thank you.
That's
That's
wonderful.
one of my favorites.
Wonderful.
That was beautiful.
You know, and Christian or not, I think anybody that listens to that's going to appreciate your art and your work that you put into it. Obviously, you just
Yeah, I've seen
wonderful
that.
stuff.
Different places that I play, I think it just music bypasses any walls that people have built up, and
Mm-hmm.
so I've seen people that will just act like they're not paying any attention, and then by the end they're crying. And so I'm like, wow, it's so music is so powerful.
Mm-hmm. It is,
that you can
yeah.
get that message across and hopefully speak encouragement and speak truth into people's
3 minutes.
lives.
3 minutes can totally change your day.
It can, and
Yeah.
anytime I turn on the radio and I need to hear like a certain song, like a song comes on that I just really connect to. And so I think music is really powerful. Radio is really powerful, just to get it out to people and to spread the message. So people that haven't even met me have heard some of my music, and I think that's just amazing.
And what's the or what kind of feedback have you gotten? Like, say, what's the biggest distance? Like from different countries? Or
Yeah, I do have some friends that moved to Australia, so they're repping Lydia Walker music in Australia.
Yeah.
They have the T-shirts and the CDs, and then I have some other friends in Canada, and I think that's really cool to have it in different countries, and then all over the country as well. Like Clarksville being a military town, I grew up here and know so many people that have come and gone, and so I try to reconnect with people as they move.
It's
to different
always
places.
sad too, because it's like you make friends and then they just leave.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of sad, but at the same time, just use the season that you're in and.
Yeah.
Make-
and the
make
world's a
friends,
lot.
and don't be
friends.
afraid to make friends.
Well, the
'cause
world's
you
a
can
lot
make more
smaller
friends.
than it used to be too. I mean,
Yeah, and with social
there's
media,
Skype.
you can keep up.
There's Skype,
Yeah.
and there's Twitter and text and stuff. It's not like the old days when we had to,
Write letters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
some people still do that. There's nothing like a handwritten letter, though.
Right,
Sure.
I agree. I totally agree.
It's
My
like a
son,
lost art.
my son joined the Marines. He ships out in November, and I'm going to have to write him letters. So I'm going to have to remember how to use a stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember cursive. They don't teach that anymore.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
dying
I've got to
art
do
as
that
well.
too.
I
They
love
don't teach
cursive.
cursive anymore?
No, they don't.
What?
No, they just print.
I didn't even
guess.
know that. What school did you go to?
I was actually homeschooled, so I
Okay.
learned how
I was
to
too.
write cursive.
Gotcha.
No, my mom loved handwriting too, so I was always like practicing my signature and stuff. But yeah, I loved being homeschooled all the way through, and that gave me time to get my school done And then my extracurricular activities were playing guitar, writing
Sure.
songs, learning how to record, and music business, music marketing, all of that. And so I'm really thankful.
So you
for
know
that
the ins and outs of
opportunity.
every aspect of it.
I've studied it a lot. I don't have
Yeah.
a piece of paper that says that I learned it, but I did.
Sure, sure. And that's important. I mean, I think
Yeah.
when you're
I mean,
when
I
you're
do
in the
have
business-
my high school graduation
Yeah.
paper, but as far as like marketing and going to music business and stuff, I studied
Yeah.
that all through high school.
And it's good that you know
for
that
4
because a lot of
years,
people that
and-
go into the business, I mean, they're super talented, but they're a little naive when it comes to that stuff. So it's
yeah,
good.
and I think hard work does pay off with that, and just being proactive on what are my goals and what do I want to accomplish with my music, and then how can I do that. So I think it's good not to overlook the local stuff and try to do as much as you can where you are, and then build from there.
Yeah. What kind of advice would you give to somebody that wants to get into the music industry? This is the last question of the day because we're out of time.
Yeah, I would say that my advice for somebody starting is just do what you love, and like do it because you love it, and then it's worth it. If you just want to be famous, then it's not worth it. So yeah, I think if you have the passion for it, you can overcome any obstacle, and you can do it and play music for the love of it and do something you enjoy. So I think that's the best way
Yeah.
to go.
Let me know when you start doing the radio thing again. I want to listen to your shows.
Yeah, me
Thanks.
too.
I'll probably post some YouTube videos, maybe
Yeah.
do some podcasts eventually.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
Do you play on your podcast too?
yeah,
Sing a
I've
little
got
bit?
some live videos on YouTube and stuff. So I'll probably kind of do video on my website or
Let me know.
online. So
Let me know.
Yeah, you can check
We
out
can
my
be radio
website
buddies.
again, LydiaWalkerMusic.com. It has links to everything.
Everything. So where all are you at? You've got the website. You've got Twitter.
Yeah,
you've
I'm on
got-
Facebook, The Lydia Walker, and then I'm on Twitter, The Lydia Walker. I'm on Instagram, The
See,
Lydia
she's
Walker.
the
so,
Lydia Walker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I connect with you because you're the one and only Chris Top.
Right,
And I'm The
and
Lydia
she's
Walker.
the Lydia
Lydia
Walker.
Walker was already taken, so I had to
She's got an
differentiate.
excuse. I don't. Yeah.
So thank
Well,
you guys so
you
much for having me. This has been great.
You're absolutely wonderful, and we can't wait to hear you again and follow your career and just see where it goes.
Thank you, and I'll be at Riverfest tonight, 5:45
Yeah.
on the Riverbend stage.
5:45, so people can show up and maybe buy your CD, take
Yeah,
some
the
pictures.
new CDs will be there, new T-shirts,
Yeah,
everything.
everything. So you got all kinds of merchandise. So they can get
Yeah.
that on your website too. Well, let's talk about that real quick. T-shirts,
Yeah.
CDs, what else?
We have some wristbands, we have guitar
Okay.
picks, all kinds of stuff.
All
So
kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah,
so if
but
somebody's a
T-shirts and
fanboy or
CDs are
girl,
new.
they can buy something with your name on it. And
They can buy one of everything. You can buy one and give it away. You know?
Sweet.
That'd
Give
be
it to a
great.
friend. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So
Share the
thank
love.
you guys so much for listening. We do not, nor will we ever take any of you for granted because I realize there's so many other things you could be doing, but you chose to listen to us. So that makes us feel pretty darn good. So until we broadcast again, please remember this. Life is good. We're gone. Magnolia Emporium, located in historic South End in Charlotte's Gold District, right next to historic Wilmore neighborhood. Home decor,
Home decor,
interior design,
interior design,
residential and hospitality open to the trade. 307 Lincoln Street in the dark gray building, right behind Unknown Brewery and Craft Growler Shop. Magnolia Emporium.
listening to what a client wants, whether spoken or unspoken.
We want your space to reflect your success.
Maybe a dark things might be looking grim. I guess it's time